sometimes we just gotta push ourselves. It's as simple as that. Sometimes we just gotta push ourselves. You know, life ain't always gonna be beautiful all of the time. You know, this life can get physically exhausting. It can get mentally exhausting. It could get spiritually exhausting. And I've been through a range of emotions all the last month. uh, I had to push myself last month to do what I love to do. I love to do this stuff, but you know, we live in a society to where every day you got to wake up and grind to make money. You got to wake up and grind to pay these bills. You got to wake up and grind to take care of this. Wake up and grind to take care of that. And no matter what avenue of life you're in, we all kind of do the same things. It's just we do it in a different way, you know, and that can get exhausting. You know, your body gets tired if, you know, you're doing the same stuff for years on out and you're not taking care of yourself because you're so busy trying to chase a bag. And it is a everyday battle to try to apply the things that you know you should be doing. Because I truly believe that when we are in a situation that we are trying to get out of, or when we are trying to self improve, a lot of the times we kind of have an idea of things that we need to change, of habits we need to break, of, you know, a different sleep schedule that we could do, or when we're procrastinating and we know we are and we really should be doing this, but we kind of just doing that. I truly feel like part of us knows, you know, what we need to change in our lives to, you know, get to a better position or just to self improve as a person. The hard part of that is the difficulty of that is actually applying those things on an everyday basis and actually doing it. It's hard to change yourself. It is. It's uncomfortable to change yourself. It's uncomfortable to try to, you know, break a routine that you know isn't really benefiting you no more, but because you're trying to get to a different, you know, position in life, you know you need to be doing this, but you're so used to your routine being like this. Sometimes it's hard to step out of your comfort zone. It is. And this is all like stuff that we've heard a billion freaking times, but actually applying that is the hard part. And, you know, last month I was beating myself up because of this. Because it's like, last month I was feeling, I mean, I still feel it. Sometimes, like, this, again, this is a everyday battle and struggle that we all go through. But last month I was feeling so unmotivated and I was in a funk and I'm just like overthinking all the stuff that's wrong in my life and things that I want to change, and, you know, envisioning myself wanting to be here while I'm here. And I was like really beating myself up about that. And one thing that I struggle with is, for instance, there'll be like a day to where, like, for some reason, I'll wake up and just all the cards just fall into play. Like, I wake up, I'm productive, I'm doing what I need to do. I'll, like, you know, do this and I'll get that out the way, and then I'll move on to the next thing and get that out the way. And I'm not dragging my feet. I'm not like just doing one other thing and then taking a break and, you know, eating and then just doom scrolling on social media for hours, and then I look at the time and I'm like, damn, it's 6. I ain't really do I ain't really do nothing. There's just certain days, and it's like I don't even know exactly what causes it. There's just certain days to where we wake up and all the cards just fall into play. We have a productive day. We're getting everything we need done. We move on to the next thing, you know. And then once the day is over, we feel like satisfied because we had a really productive day and we feel good about ourselves. Next day comes. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But the next day comes and it's not like that. The next day comes and it's not like that. The next day comes and it's not like that. I don't know how you guys are, but I really found out about myself. If I'm not productive every single day, I will beat myself up for that. I really will. Like mentally, I'll beat my like I wouldn't even necessarily say that I'll beat myself up, but inside I don't feel good when like I feel like I didn't do nothing that day. Unless I've been like so extremely productive to where like I did so much for like the week to where like a day will come and I'm like, yo, I killed it this a week. Let me fall back and not do nothing. Because I don't think there's nothing wrong with just like waking up and if you've been like working all week long and getting the stuff you need done, you know, that there's nothing wrong with just like taking a whole day off, just doing whatever, just being lazy. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. It is okay if you feel beat up and you know you just feel like you need a break or nothing is going right in your life or you're disappointed by a recent failure that you had. We have to be content in knowing every day we're not going to be the best versions of ourselves. We're not. I think that is an unrealistic expectation, actually. You know, and I'm 33 and I'm still like learning about this different stuff and trying to remind myself like this is real. This is real, man. I have started to realize that a lot of us struggle with is not even the fact we don't know this stuff. It's that we forget to remind we forget to remind ourselves of these little, you know, tidbits of information or lessons that we've already heard. And it's like if you kind of just get caught in a cycle or a routine of like doing the same thing and you feel unsatisfied or you feel like, you know, you're not really doing your real calling or you're just kind of just floating through a life and you just starting to feel like a drone just doing the same thing every day, you have to do something to break that cycle. You have to do something to step out of your comfort zone and change that. This is nothing that we already don't know or we haven't heard. The issue is actually reminding yourself of that, but it's hard sometimes to do that when you're so deep in your head of thoughts and it just becomes like a vortex of like, oh my God, how do I get out of this? I hate this life. I hate what I'm doing. I'm so stressed out. I'm burnt out. I don't want to live anymore. It'll cost so much to live. Like, it's the reminding of ourselves of like, yo, calm down. This is what I have to do to get out of it. I truly, I feel like the older I get, and this kind of is leading into like a different video that I want to talk about, but like the older I get, the more I realize we truly make life more complex than it is. We really do. Like, is life hard sometimes? And, you know, you might even feel like it's unfair sometimes. And just the BS that you see on an everyday basis, does it get to you? Absolutely. It does. But when it comes to dealing with ourselves and being satisfied with ourselves or just trying to self-improve ourselves, when it deals directly with you, with us, we make it more complex than we need to be. We really be our own worst enemy sometimes. I am definitely a proponent of that. Like, my biggest threat to myself is myself. Every single time I look in the mirror, I'll be every time I look in the mirror, I'll be like, you are my biggest rival. You are my biggest rival. And that is the case for so many of us. We get in the way of our damn selves, you know. And again, that's not to say that sometimes your emotions are not valid. That's not to say that sometimes you wake up and you have a good reason to feel burnt out, or you have a good reason to feel stressed out, or just physically broken, mentally broken, spiritually broken with all the BS that we have to deal with. But it's either you just wallow in those emotions and just let it take you over so much to the point where you're not getting nothing done, and then you feel even worse about yourself, or you push through it. And again, this is all like cliche ABC 1, 2, 3 tie my shoe stuff, but actually applying this stuff to your life on an everyday basis and reminding yourself of this, I feel like is the toughest challenge really in life, especially as you start to get older. Literally, as I'm speaking, it's so weird the way this joke works, man. Because literally before I even started recording this video, I didn't feel like I had the energy to record this video. I really didn't. Like I'm literally on like the couch, just in my thoughts, or just like thinking about stuff. I literally just started recording this video, and now this joke is coming easy to me. Like, it's crazy. The older I'm getting, like, I'm starting to get emotional again. But seriously, it's like crazy once you get out of your own way. Like, just, oh boy. It's crazy once you get out of your own way and just worry about the stuff that you can control, and don't be worried about none of the other BS that's going on around you. Just lock into what you're doing. It's crazy how you could just get stuff done and you feel better about yourself. It's crazy, bro. Like, and it's like the fact that, you know, and I feel like these little lessons, they never stop. Like, it never stops. I'm in my 30s. I'm sure others in their 40s feel the same way. In their 50s, 60s, 70s. This junk does not stop. It's an everyday application of stuff that we already have in our subconscious, but we got to bring it to the front of our head and remind ourselves about this junk on an everyday basis. And that's what I feel like is the hard part. It takes such mental discipline every day to like push yourself to be the best version of yourself, or, you know, realizing that you're procrastinating and not doing nothing and breaking that cycle, or realizing that your routine is freaking trash and you need to change it. It takes such mental it's like your mind is a muscle. So if you're not constantly working that junk out and pushing yourself to change, that's when all the other that's when all the bad stuff gonna start happening. And if you're not pushing yourself to get out of that, you never will. It's hard, man. It is like, I feel like we are constantly at war with ourselves mentally on an everyday basis. Don't be overthinking the stuff. Don't get wrapped into just a cycle of just negative emotions, so much so that it paralyzes you every day or weekly or monthly, and then so many years pass by and you wake up and you're like, yo, I've never gotten out of this. And then that's when the regret comes in. You know, so whoever needed to hear this, again, I needed to hear this. I'm helping myself through this junk. So I'm going to keep doing these videos. You know, so, hey, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this vid. I hope wherever you guys are right now that you're doing okay. Remember to remind yourself of all the stuff that I said in this vid. You know, I hope you guys have a great week. And yeah, man, until my next video, I'll catch you suckers in my next one, all right?